This 2x2 matrix is the introductory model of Sanskrit syntax, dividing compounds into four categories: Avyayibhava, Tatpurusha, Baubrihi, and Dvandva. They are classified strictly by semantic dominance: prior word, latter word, both, or an external referent dictates exactly which quadrant the compound sits in. But in the rigorous study of Panini's Ashtadhyayi, this basic semantic classification is merely a prayovada, a general heuristic. Relying on subjective meaning to classify syntax leads to systemic failure. When applied to advanced texts and edge cases, the semantic rules immediately contradict themselves. A rigorous grammatical system requires a fixed algorithmic structure. To see where the semantic model breaks, we look at specific anomalies, starting with the compound supapreti, meaning a little soup. This parsing visualizes the paradox. The system formally classifies supapreti as an Avyayibhava compound, a category defined by the dominance of the prior word. Yet the meaning of supapreti is dictated entirely by its latter half. The compound Unmatagambam presents a similar break. It translates to a country where the Ganges is raging. It is also classified as an Avyayibhava, but its meaning is governed by an external geographic referent entirely outside the compound. Panini's actual classification system ignores semantic meaning. Instead, it relies on a positional architecture called adhikara, a spatial reading scope. Panini built Sanskrit syntax as a spatial map of computational rules. This architectural map represents the physical layout of Panini's Ashtadhyayi. It functions as an ordered algorithmic environment. The highlighted coordinate block, Sutras 2.1.1 through 2.2.29, governs all compounding operations in the entire system. Panini engineered a positional taxonomy. A compound belongs to the Avyayibhava category strictly because it is processed within the specific subblock of rules designated for Avyayibhava. This spatial sorting resolves the paradox of the edge cases. Supaprati and Unmatagangam are Avyayibhava compounds simply because their inputs pass through that specific mathematical coordinate block. Their meaning has zero bearing on their structural classification. Positional taxonomy ensures algorithmic reliability. It removes the unreliability of subjective human translation from the parsing engine. The baseline rule for building these structures is sa-supa, an operation that combines one supported nominal with another nominal. But this network graph illustrates the Bhushanasara's six-fold combinatorial matrix, expanding beyond basic nominals. The rules allow nominals to bind directly to verbal paradigms and linguistic roots. For example, mapping a nominal to a verb creates a sup-ting bind, yielding outputs like parya bhushayak. This process generates akarti bhava, the mathematical and structural integration of discrete, separate parts into a single, completely unbreakable semantic unit. By linking nominals to verbal roots and paradigms, the system executes a morphological integration that spans these distinct linguistic categories. This horizontal timeline tracks the sequence of rules, highlighting a massive structural boundary initiating exactly at Sutra 2.1.1. This is the Mahavibhasha. Sutra 2.1.1 acts as a master Boolean toggle. It controls whether an output is optional or obligatory across all subsequent operations. If raw inputs, such as Rajan and Purusha, are parsed after the 2.1.1 boundary, they automatically trigger the optional flag. An optional operation splits the workflow, yielding two valid parallel outputs: a standalone uncompounded sentence, Rajna Purusha, or the synthesized compound Raja Purusha. By contrast, inputs processed before 2.1.1 default to a nitya or obligatory state. They generate a single integrated compound with no equivalent sentence alternative. Panini encoded structural optionality via spatial position to maximize computational efficiency. It eliminated the need to write the condition of optionality onto hundreds of individual rules. Even inside the domain of optionality, Panini embedded specific semantic conditions that act as hard-coded system overrides. Zooming in on Sutra 2.1.50, we locate an override that triggers when the output must function as a sanjya, a proper noun or highly specific name. We trace the standard inputs for the number 5 and mango trees entering this specific rule. Because a generic sentence cannot convey a proper noun, the Sanja condition forcefully blocks the sentence output path. It mandates an obligatory compound, panchamra. The algorithm handles edge cases precisely by nesting semantic constraints directly inside its structural positional rules. This flowchart visualizes the Sanskrit compalming system, pulling back into a sequenced, multi-stage data pipeline. Raw inputs are first compounded in the 2.1 block, funneled into suffixing operations in Chapter 5, and finally subjected to internal morphophonology and Santi in Chapters 6 and 8. Operating alongside this is Vyapeksha, the mutually expectant syntactic sentence, mapped directly against these integrated outputs. The grammarian Nagesha observed that this rigorous coding of Boolean optionality exists specifically to guide those who rely entirely on algorithmic logic rather than native intuition. Viewing Panini's work through the lens of basic semantic dominance obscures the reality of how the language is actually compiled. Instead, viewing the Ashtadi through the lens of positional mechanics and Boolean scopes finally reveals the true nature of its underlying computational engine.